Hello and welcome back to Train Sim World 2. My name's Joe and today we are going to be looking at, a loose connection. We're on the south coast of England and we're about to drive the Class 377/4. Welcome to Eastbourne. The duty today is to operate a semi-fast service to Brighton, climb aboard and prepare for departure. Now if you look, there's no tail lights on, and when we climb aboard you'll see that the cab is just open for anybody, all and sundry, to just walk in. It's always the way, for some reason, on the East Coastway. You have to set the cab up at the back and click the tail lights to auto. We don't want any Tom, Dick and Harry just walking in. There we go, jolly good. And while we're walking down to the front of the train, now's a good time for me to shamelessly plug my channel. Like this video if you do like the video. Subscribe so that you never miss out. And in the description you will find a cheeky link to a PayPal account. If you consider donating just £1, you could help me fund DLC such as this to bring you more great videos. As of course I'm sure you'll be aware, this is not a full-time job for me, this is just done in my spare time, so any proceeds will go to new DLC, new games, so there. Please do consider, even if you can only spare £1, that would be absolutely marvellous. And of course, better for you, because I'll do more stuff. Hooray! Yay! And that was very well timed, because we're now just reaching the front of the train. In we go. And yeah, for some reason, my cab door's wrong as well. Look, it's... Why can anybody just walk in? No, we don't want that. Quick, shut them out. Well, that's not worked, has it? Shut them out, quick. There. Thank you. Sit in the driver's seat. Set the master key to on. It's all going pear-shaped. And direction to forward. Do we need to open the doors? Nope, we're loading already. That is fine. Have we got our headlights on? Where are the headlights? Tail lights set to auto. And headlights to day running. Oh, lock the doors. Oh, it's all happening so quick. There we go. Headlights are on. Jolly good. Doors are shut. And, yeah, signal is green. Should really, if we were working to the proper railway rules, we should have waited for the signal to turn green before we shut the doors. Now, Train Sim doesn't seem to do that. It's like, yeah, just shut the doors now, because now's the time. But, yeah, you could get in a lot of trouble for doing that on the real world railway. Are the windscreen wipers on? It says intermittent. There you go, intermittent. Do we not do intermittent? Apparently not. But it's time for what I would like to call some lazy driving. We've got the speed set on for 25 miles an hour, just so that it's a bit smoother. We're not always... the windscreen wipers are working now. We're not always accelerating and then coasting and then accelerating and then coasting. It's a smoother ride. And it's a well-known fact. I mean, I have got this Brighton south-east southern coastline. I can't remember what it's called. This route, I've got this route because I purchased it for Train Sim World 1, and it's part of what they call the Legacy Collection. And yeah, it's got a couple of little updates to it. I mean, we have the wheel slip function, which the speed in the bottom right-hand corner here starts shuddering. There's like red lines either side, as if it's saying to you, I'm not happy about this, something's wrong. Other than that, I mean, the graphics are fairly similar. I'm sure that the boffins will be able to tell me that actually we did this and we did that and we did the other. Well, okay, that's jolly good. I'm just quite happy that they converted the route over, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm happy that we've still got this route. It is one of my favourite ones, because it's set where, you know, it's set in England. We like that. So slowing down now for Hamden Park, I think. I mean, there is a P after all. And I always find that, because I've been driving that German route that was in my last Train Sim World video, Making that switch from kilometres an hour to miles an hour, I find that my braking distances are all wrong. Like here, I brake far too early, and we may end up being late. In fact, yeah, we're not going to be stopped in 20 seconds. We might need to accelerate again here. This is where we go flying through the platform, isn't it? There we go. Yeah, my braking distances are all completely off, which is not good. I'll try better, try harder, to be better. And one thing, for some reason, when you start this game, the AWS is always isolated for some reason. Now, in the German route that we did, I purposefully left that isolated. Quick, 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 stop, 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 stop. Release. There we go. Loading passengers. Sorry, guys, we're a bit late here. Yes, the AWS is always isolated when you start, and I don't know how you can get it so that it's... Because I've looked through the settings, and I can't seem to find how you can get it to just start with the AWS active, because the AWS on a real-life train wouldn't be isolated unless you've purposefully gone to isolate it. I mean, it may surprise you to know, running around with all the safety systems isolated is generally frowned upon. See, I should have some cameras here for my DOO service. But I haven't, so we're just guessing. But yeah, so I wasn't playing... Oh, there we go, the red shuddery lines, bit of wheel slippage. Cheeky. Yeah, I wasn't playing with... oh, there we go again, bit more wheel slip. You can press the sanding button, which is... it's here somewhere. Where's the sanding button? Where are you? Traction sand. You can press that, but it doesn't really do much. If you are slipping and you press that, nothing happens. So there we go. But yeah, the German route we did, I didn't have their equivalent of the AWS active, because I pressed Control and E, and then there was this big alarm, and I'd press Q, because that is traditionally the train sim AWS cancel button, and nothing happened, and then we came to a grinding halt. So I'll read up about that, I'm sure. But yeah. So our next stop in 1.5 miles is Polegate. Now at Polegate we have a big tight curve just before the station. You never get to 80 on this section. And it's a 35 miles an hour section, so we will have to think about slowing down for that. Oh, AWS to tell us that the speed is dropping significantly. I reckon about now. Should be fine. We'll get to 35 by the time we get to the thing. We'll get to 35 in time by the speed limit. Is what I was trying to say there. You see, again, braking distance just off. And speed up again. This is not good train driving today. I'm terribly sorry. Here we go. So here's our tight bend round to the left. Yeah, it's just I'm braking far too early. It's this whole yards thing at the top and meters, because that always changes depending on how they feel. It's not good. I will leave that on 80. I'm sure we can do the accelerating and coasting thing round this bend. It's up a hill as well, which doesn't help losing speed. Although Polegate, we're not due into Polegate until 12:56, so that's all good. Nice and back on time. Nice long platform as well. I mean, on Train Sim World 1, you used to be able to use the SDO button, but it wasn't the SDO button, it was like one of the other ones, and only the front unit. I mean, we've got a double unit, hence the little 8-car marker thingamajig here. and only the front unit would open. However, that doesn't seem to be, and I could be wrong here, please do correct me if I am, it doesn't seem to be functional on Train Sim World 2. Look at that for a nice smooth stop. Professional. A bit further, there we go. 3 yards out, I can live with that. Doors released. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be functional with this game. I mean, even if the back end is hanging off the platform, any of these 3 buttons will open all 8, in my experience. If you know how to do the SDO, please let me know, because I'd absolutely love to. It really does bug me when I'm releasing doors hanging off the platform, because again, that's frowned upon. Here we go, passengers are loaded, wait until 56 and 30 seconds, so we're a little bit early. Jolly good, that's, is the emergency alarm door opening thing is not functional, that's a shame. Ah! I did not know this was a door. Ah, well, we've got more space now. That's, yeah, I like that, that's good. Jolly good. Learning every day. I feel like I've got a much more spacious cab now. Not that I really felt I needed much more of a spacious cab, but there we go. Right, to business. Lock the doors. Doors are shutting. It appears a door has failed to close properly. Head down the train and see if you can do it manually. Marvellous. Here we go. So it's on the second unit, door G. We could take our key out, but we're not going to, because that will... nope, not the window. I want the door. Thank you. Shut that behind me so none of you lot can run off with me train. So this is what a conductor, aka door bitch, is for, in my opinion. So, excuse me, please. Man of importance coming through. I don't quite know what's going on there. That is, the station is not the place to be carrying out that sort of behaviour. They're just commuters, I tell you, they're just in their own little world. Disregard everything that's going on around them. I mean, I could be running at this point, really, couldn't I? You know, try and keep it on time. But I've never seen a member of rail staff run. Here we go. The offending door. We're gonna jump on and go back through the train. There we go. Right, continue the service and try and make up for lost time. Hope you've all got first class tickets, chums. That goes for you and all, Missy. How many carriages did we walk? Feels like it goes on forever. Yes, just the driver coming through, everybody, sorting the problem, nothing to worry about. I've probably got my high-vis jacket on as well. I find that walking through a train with a high-vis jacket, everybody kind of looks up from what they're doing and they're like, ooh, something exciting's happening. Maybe it's just me. Right, into my office, goodbye. As a driver, I'm not paid to be nice to the public. Right, we should probably carry out some sort of door test, but it's not asking me to, so straight back to business. Can we... Back from the edge of the platform, guys, good lord. It's not what you want to see. Oh, wheel slip again. Yes. So our next stop is Berwick. You'd think that we would make some sort of telephone call at this point to our control room, but again, Train Sim isn't prompting me to, so we're not going to do that. And what's the speed now? Where's the speed? Is that 90? That looks about right, doesn't it? 90. Set to 90, and we'll set speed set on, so that we can enjoy the view. I mean, I really like this. Look at that. That's a good shot there. We'll print screen, seeing as the Train Sim save button doesn't seem to be working. The screenshot button, as I should say. Yeah, I really like this route. I think the 377, just looking externally, is modelled superbly. I mean, I don't work on 377s. Maybe someone who works on 377s will go, actually, I think you'll find. But no, from a spotter kind of view, I like that. It's good. The inside's good, the cab's fairly good, and I'd quite like to see, if we are running DOO services, I'd quite like to see the screen working. You know, all of this is inoperable. You click this and nothing happens. You know, if they're going to insist that we run DOO screens, DOO services, I'd like the screens to work, thank you very much. Or, provide me with a conductor. I wouldn't have had to get my hair wet then, if the conductor had gone down and sorted that door. So, yeah, oops, that's the wrong button. So our next stop is Berwick. That's not to be confused with Berwick upon Tweed. That's a different place altogether. You certainly don't get 377s running up there. Maybe one day we'll see Berwick upon Tweed in Train Sim World. I hope we do. It'd be fantastic blasting up the East Coast on a Class 91. None of this Satsuma rubbish. Has to be a 91 with a good set of Mark 4s behind. Yes, that's what we like. I might even be pushed to an HST. It's not a popular opinion of mine, but the HST was never really my favourite train. Particularly like on the East Coast when you could have a 91 set. Oh yes, that's definitely more my cup of tea. We might have done the braking distance a bit better here. Nice green signal there. Yeah, the braking distance might be better. Or maybe it isn't. Nope, it's... no, we can coast a little bit. I'm sure if there are any proper professional train drivers out there, I'm sure you brake and then do a bit of coasting and a bit more braking. That seems like a thing that would be done. Yeah, get back from the edge of the platform, guys. Honestly, what is it with these people? There's a yellow line there for a reason. That's a nice smooth stop. Couple of seconds late, but in the grand scheme of things, I'm sure we'll be fine. So I've stopped dead on the marker there, and if we click the SDO selected door open button, you'll... Whoop, hang on. Cameraman nearly got hit by a train. I mean, look at that, you see? That shouldn't be open. How do we... Can we get closer to the train? I feel we need to... Why can't we go in closer? There we go. Zoom, 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 zoom. I can't click the door. I feel I should be able to. Can we shut it from there? Nope. Oh well, it's time to go. Luckily, I didn't see anyone jump out through there, so I think that means we don't have to report it. That's how it works, right? No incident. What's the point in reporting it? Oh, there you go. Oh, wheel slip. Sorry, I forgot it's raining. It is autumn now, so, you know, it's quite seasonal. I like that. Oh, bit more. Too soon for the full power. Can we full power now? Yes. Sensational. So the next stop is Glind? Glyn? Is it a silent D? Glind? We'll go with Glind. The next stop is Glind. What a depressing sounding place that is. It's probably very nice, to be honest. I mean, it's on the south coast after all. But yeah, it's like... I mean, where else is it? Droylsden in Manchester. That's another really depressing sounding place, isn't it? Where do you live? Oh, I live in Droylsden. You know, that everyone just... Oh, it's just such a depressing place. And Glind, I imagine, to be one of those places. I mean, to be fair, the scenery is quite nice. There's trees, there's hedges, there's, you know, nice things here. But Glind... Yeah... If you're from there, let me know. Do you like living in Glind? Is it the sort of place we should all aim to be in the future? But do let me know in the comments. The likelihood of someone from Glynde actually watching my video, I realise, is very slim, but you never know. So we're at full line speed here of 90 miles an hour, and we appear to be speeding. Ah, that's because I forgot to put the speed set on. That's not good. Right, there we go. Speed set is now back on. We're going downhill anyway, and the ICE on the Köln Schneffelfechen, or whatever it's called, at the Köln-Aachen high speed line, when you're going downhill, it does appear to brake to keep it at that speed, whereas I know the 377 doesn't. If you're going downhill with speed set on, it will just roll faster and faster. Slow down for our 80 mile an hour section there. We'll pop the speed set down as well. There we go. And again. Thank you. And do you know what? 80 mile an hour, we'll try braking about a mile away and see how we go on. There's the 80 mile an hour. About a mile. Let's see what happens. 1.1 miles, that'll do. I don't want to go blasting past the platform. We're down to 70, still 0.9 miles to go. But then, of course, next week I'll probably be back in Germany again, and we'll be on the old kilometres an hour, and I'll have to convert my my way of thinking back over. So even then, we could have left it a bit later, couldn't we? 50 mile an hour. We'll just cruise at 50, or coast at 50, should I say? See, I just can't get over that external view. That's fantastic. I mean, if they brought, like, I'm assuming their next English project will probably be a 450. That seems to always be the way of the world. We had the, on Train Sim 1, we had Brighton to London, and then we had the Portsmouth direct line with the 450, so I imagine something down south is going to make an appearance. Nope. Nope, we need to brake quite sharp now. I've been too busy talking and not concentrating. I think Glynde is another one where we're not going to fit the full train on the platform. In fact, looking at it, we're not going to fit quite a lot of the train on the platform. There we go. Three yards out. So, door release. Ah! Right, so we click door release. So these have all stayed shut. Why are we in a shrub? There you go, look, only the front unit has released. So instead of pressing the SDO button, it appears to just be the... There we go, the front unit's open. And the back unit is shut. Well, you need to move forward, love. You can see that that door's not going to open. Look, you can stand there and look all you want, love. It's not opening. It's locked, see? Locked. Move forward, or you're going to miss the train. She's adamant she's getting on there. I could open it for her if I wanted, but I'm not gonna. You know that this set never opens, except for when the driver forgets and presses the wrong button. But you know this door never opens. You need to move forward. I'm sure before we arrived there was some sort of announcement. Well, locked doors. Doors are all locking. Yep, you see, you've missed it now. It's going with it. Oh, you can sit there and throw your arms down by your side all you want. You were told. You can't say I didn't tell you. Oh, my colleague on the other side there, with a service to Hastings. Let's jump back in and see where we're going. There's something very pleasing about leaving people behind at stations. Especially when they're too stubborn to move down to the front of the train. 70 mile an hour. I don't think we're going to get to... we'll just take it up to 70 rather than up to the full 80, because we're a mile away now from our 70 speed restriction. And our next stop is Lewes, spelt Lewes. I will call it Lewes, but I've been told from my friend who is from the deep south that it's pronounced Lewis. So, yeah, whatever you say, mate, we'll go with that. I don't reckon we can get there in 3 minutes, surely. It's 1.8 miles away, maybe we can. Now, if I remember rightly, the speed limits around Lewes are a little bit out, so it's like, oh yeah, 20 mile an hour, you can do 20, and then it just drops to 10 suddenly and you end up speeding, and it kind of doesn't give you much notice. I'm pretty sure from Train Sim 1 that it does that, but I can't remember, so we'll see what happens. Because, oh, hang on, 60 miles an hour, pay attention, start braking. Because I always like to try and drive to the speed limit and try and, you know, that's why you play a simulator, because you like to follow the procedures and do things as accurately as possible. Oh, I've driven 37 miles. It's an odd amount of miles to give you an achievement for driving. Shall we assume it's because I'm in a 377? You'd imagine that they'd... for driving 377 miles, you get an award. But I'm not going to complain. I like a certificate. Ah, yes, so if we're going left, it's 10 miles an hour. See, the speed limit on the sign we've just passed says that. But if you look in the top right here, it says 40 mile an hour in some yards. Here we go. Hello to you. Yeah, 20 mile an hour in 500 yards. I can do that. I can just about think that. Oh, we're going to get a AWS. Yes, we are. So we're going left. So obviously from that sign back there, you can see that. But if you don't know the route, or you don't know which direction you're going, you're relying on this up here, and which says I've got a red signal. But looking at that and looking at where my Lewes stop marker is, I would say that I can get into the platform there. So yeah, so 20 mile an hour, and then because we're going left here, ours is going to drop to 10. So why is that not telling us it's going to drop to 10? There you go, 10 mile an hour. You can't slow down in 10 yards from 20 to 10. I'm like, come on, give us a chance. Again, this view past Lewes signal box here. And into the platform. Now this isn't the usual platform we get, it has to be said. Normally you come in on this platform here. So I imagine that we are being taken out of service maybe. Do we terminate here? What's the... Oh yeah, this is our last stop. I'm assuming we're not running all the way to Brighton today. Goodness knows the reason. Maybe it's to do with our door fault. Which brings us to a good place to wrap it up for today. Thank you so much for watching. Do subscribe. Oh, hang on, AWS. Do subscribe. It will be in the middle of your screen near the bottom in a few moments' time. There's also a couple of other videos you might want to watch on the screen. Do check those out. Subscribe, like the video. Thank you, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye for now.